Hello, my name is Selena Sanchez, and today I will be presenting about prosopagnosia. Prosopagnosia is a severe inability to recognize faces visually. It is also referred to as congenital prosopagnosia and face blindness. The face is considered to be an image that is viewed holistically, which means it is typically viewed as a whole. This is referred to holistic facial processing. However, evidence suggests that individuals with prosopagnosia view parts of a face, for example the lips, as independent parts from the rest of the face rather than in a holistic, unified image. However, in the study I have presented, eyes do not seem to fit the holistic view of the face as compared with lips. Evidence shows that although individuals with prosopagnosia have difficulty recognizing faces, many can still recognize non-facial objects rather easily, although some cannot. And even with the diagnosis, many have normal intelligence, low-level vision, and broad social cognition. So despite having other normal functions, the inability of recognizing faces may stand alone. So here in the picture I provide, we see how they did their study. They would show the picture of a person's face as a whole and then the pieces as a part. And you can see how the individuals with prosopagnosia had lower scores, but you can also see how the eye trials, they didn't view the eyes as a holistic view since their scores were pretty much the same. In the mouth trials, you can see how they did view them individually. And then the nose trial they didn't focus too much on because there was other factors in there. There are two types of prosopagnosia. As with other disorders, there is acquired and developmental. Acquired prosopagnosia results from a brain injury, and developmental prosopagnosia develops in the absence of a brain injury. Individuals with developmental prosopagnosia often have as severe deficits as those with acquired prosopagnosia. Today, my main focus is developmental prosopagnosia, which I'll be referring to commonly as DP. There are two phenotypes of DP, which is impaired face memory and impaired face perception. Although prosopagnosia can exist alone, it may also develop with other disorders like autism. However, the lack of knowledge about prosopagnosia may lead to the misdiagnosis of other possible related disorder, again like ASD or autism spectrum disorder, with the absence of acknowledgement of the prosopagnosia. Some possible etiologies or causes of DP are factors from genetics, innate mechanisms, experimental factors, and neurological factors. Genetics suggests that DP is passed down by inheritance. However, the study suggests that there is no more than 8 known family members who had DP. So another possibility of this would be a result of a cumulative effect of multiple various genes. So a combined variation of genes can lead to DP rather than the inheritance from a family member. Some innate mechanisms suggest that experiences with faces in infants is necessary for the development of normal face processing. So within those first early ages, facial experiences is important to reduce the risk of DP. Some examples of some experimental factors are like early deprivation by factors like bilateral congenital cataracts, which is like the clouding in the eyes that you see in infants. It has been shown that it could play a role in DP. Shyness of an individual may also lead to DP, or it can result the other way around. DP may lead to shyness as social anxiety in these individuals is prevalent. Lastly, some neurological factors suggest differences in the temporal lobe, which is found to be responsible for facial recognition, which may result in a structural connectivity decrease in both volume and density, and in the fusiform face area, which is also the fusiform gyrus, which is specialized for face recognition as studies suggest. Other studies suggest that differences in the inferior occipital gyrus, superior temporal sulcus, and damages to the ventrotemporal face processing system could be some other factors in DP. Prosopagnosia is said to affect 2 to 2.9% of the population. However, this number is found by studying adults. Studying DP in children is not quite as common, as misdiagnosis or lack of knowledge of the disorder makes it harder to find children with DP. Studying children may lead to insights for other selective developmental deficits by finding commonalities, for example, dyslexia, dyscalculia. Children with DP also experience increased anxiety, social anxiety, difficulty in social places like school in terms of making and maintaining friendships, and participation. Many adults also face these challenges as well as romantic relationships and in their workplace. DP in children also make for a dangerous situation, as they do not develop stranger danger to the same degree as typical children. As they cannot distinguish faces, they are more likely to walk up to a stranger in the pickup line or other activities that involve um, interactions where they have to go to their parents. I have included the findings in 10 literatures about children with DP. As you can see, there are differences in the abilities of the individuals. Like, some show above average intelligence for individuals like A, B, L, G, T, A, and K, and others demonstrated some form of autism like A, B, L, G, T, A, L, K, N, and P. This suggests that there are several subtypes of prosopagnosia. Lastly, I just want to go over quickly that there is evidence that suggests that training can lessen the effects that prosopagnosia has on an individual's life, but to know for sure, future experiments are needed with larger sample sizes. And that is all.